Hi, how are you doing? Well, Darrell Brooks made another court appearance after he was found to be guilty of all charges and sentenced to 6 life sentences plus many more years for the remaining counts for which he was found guilty. When he was finished with that court appearance, and after he was found guilty, he was taken back to his cell. He was declared to be a suicide risk. He was stripped of all his clothes. He was made to be naked and live in a cell naked with no sheets and nothing that could potentially be used as a weapon to harm himself. So he had no papers, he had no access to computers or anything. He's now being brought in after that situation, and you can imagine how damaging that is mentally. And then he comes in and has to talk to the judge, and she says she has just finished signing his conviction papers, but they have lost some of the papers, and he needs to find them and turn them into the court so they can be responded to. He says he doesn't have anything because they have put him on suicide watch, and he has no idea where his papers are. So she said she would have the prison try to find his papers. Now, unfortunately, he is under a time restraint because in order to file an appeal, you only have a certain number of days to file the appeal for it to be valid. So this all presents a very big problem for him because he has no attorneys that are involved in his case, which can quickly file an appeal and do it in a way that he might feel adequately served. And he can't do it himself because now he is being treated as a suicide risk and not able to have any contact with anything. Usually, even with suicide risks, they turn off the toilets so that the toilets don't even flush wherever you're being housed. So this will be very unusual. It'll be interesting to see how the courts work with this situation. It'll be interesting to see how he adapts and is able to work with this situation. It's difficult to do research and so forth, all of the things required of a pro se litigant, even when you're in good spirits, much less when you're being treated hostilely and as a suicide risk by the prison. He might even be given drugs by the prison against his authorization when you are under suicide risk, if they deem it proper to do so. So this will be interesting to see what happens to Darrell Brooks as he moves into the appeal phase of his case. And it'll be interesting to see what the court does, if anything, to help him as a pro se litigant. Now, I feel all along he should have had 1 or 2 attorneys sitting by him during the whole case who could advise him on things he needed to do just to
Things that have happened. I know you were taken to Milwaukee for.
just to carry out his case. And what you heard was the judge saying that he was traveling from where he is now to Milwaukee. So in addition to his suicidal risk conditions, he is also traveling from one location to another, according to the judge. So that would make it even more impossible for him to control and find his paperwork and to be able to get that appeal done. So let's watch and see what happens in this case, and let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe. Bye.